everyone, it's Zahava. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be looking at yet another list video, which hopefully will inspire you guys to go and pick up some of these titles as well. Today, we're going to be looking at some books that I have that have been published by independent authors. These are all actually unread books, so I just want to give you that caveat, but I did pick them up for various reasons, and I wanted to show you guys what they are. So the first one that I want to show you is Lottery to Haven. This one is by William G. and was suggested to me, and I guess to the rest of you guys as well, by Fina Reads through one of her videos, which I can't exactly remember where I found it, but I know that it was definitely on her channel. And this is one that she had been promoting, which sounded interesting to me. And so I went on to Amazon and picked this one up because I think it cost me about $12 or so, which I found was very, very reasonable. So it looks to be a self-published book. A dying earth with stars above, the new world haven shines thereof, denied but to the richest few, a way to start their lives anew, perchance can I join with thee, pray let me win the lottery. So I guess, I really don't know what this book is about.
12 seconds later.
So this book here is a sci-fi. It says, Jennifer Mee feels nothing but contempt for the new world and those choosing to abscond there. For the richest few, the new world represents an escape from a dying earth, a place to start anew, free from responsibilities to society. With every launch, a global lottery is convened to select one lucky winner to accompany each paying passenger. Cast in the lottery without her knowledge, Jen is drawn into a desperate snare that even her skills as a budding cybersecurity specialist are ill-equipped to untangle. Joined by 4 other winners, she must uncover New World's shadowy motivations for the lottery. So, it's got some very good reviews, but again, I'm going into it essentially totally blind, and it has been on my Q2 TBR list for a few weeks now. I haven't gotten to it yet, but God, it's got to be definitely read in 2025. Next up, I have 2 books by Mark Towse, which I picked up from BookBox Canada, the Shadow and Spice books. These would have been an author special. The first one I have here is Chasing the Dragon, and the second one here is The Naughty Corner. So let's start with this one first, which is a collection of novellas. And there are 3 stories in here, so I'll read you what they're about. The first one is called The Generation Games. The population crisis is out of control. Earth's resources are close to depletion. A mandate has been put into effect condemning people to death when they hit the age of 70. Only a lucky few will have the opportunity to compete for a passport into the latter years. It's about to get savage. The next one is called The Naughty Corner, which is the titular installment. A new start in a gorgeous new location, the house of their dreams. But behind the gates of this well-to-do community, our family is about to uncover rules and secrets that will turn their lives upside down. And trust me, you don't want to be in the naughty corner. It says our family, not a family, so I'm a little confused as to the grammar of this little blurb. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but it kind of read a little weird for me. But anyway, it still sounds like it's going to be interesting. And then the last story that's going to be in this collection is My Name is Brian. Brian's an odd one, always with his head in the books or a packet of chips. He doesn't mix well with the other kids, but doesn't seem to care. Or is he just a ticking time bomb ready to explode? A coming-of-age horror on steroids. So this is obviously going to be a horror novel, but it's an author that I don't know anything about and just wanted to support an indie author by buying that theme, the Mark Towse book box, through BookBox Canada. So again, all these books that I'm showing you right now are unread, but maybe they might be of interest to you. The next one that I have, also by Mark Towse, is called Chasing the Dragon. This one here is a novel. A town on its knees dreads bony fingers wrapping around its throat and squeezing. Death rattles soon to follow. Drugs, filth, and a lack of human decency are starving it of hope. Introducing Simon Dooley, our trauma-driven wannabe superhero, the relentless voice of his dead mother pleading with him to end the chaos. Dressed in a leotard and armed with only a dozen dog poop bags, Simon's plight will find him falling in love and going head-to-head with the seediest characters walking the streets. The town needed a hero. It got Reformo. This sounds like a hilarious wannabe superhero type of novel. So we had just done a video talking about the horror novels that I haven't read yet, one of which is Infested by C.M. Forster. And actually on the back of this book right here is a quote by the very same, which talks about talking about Chasing the Dragon, which says, Chasing the Dragon has all the gusto of a Marvel comic mixed with the absolute filth of a grindhouse flick. So yeah, yes please. The next two I have are also from the same Shadow and Spice BookBox Canada book service, and they are a duology. So it is book 1 and book 2 by Shelley Campbell, and it is the Dark Walker series. So the first one is called Gulf, and the second one is called Breach, and I'll let you guys know what these are about as well. All my life, they told me monsters weren't real. They were dead wrong. Hello, my name is David Rawlingson Jr., and I've accidentally opened a door into hell. When my brothers and I found the locked door to the newly built extension on our rental cottage, the race to find the key was on. Little did I know that exploring the room beyond would create a bridge to countless alternate realities where humans have been eradicated. Ravenous creatures stalk the night, and they want nothing more than to get onto my side and feast. But time is running out, I can't get the bridge to break, and the more time I spend on the wrong side of the door digging for clues, the more I fade into my world. Whatever these creatures are, I'm the only thing standing in their way. So that is the first installment. It is Gulf, book number 1. So I'm actually not going to read you the blurb of the second one in case you guys want to read the first one and there were spoilers on the back of the second one, which I was just reading it to myself and I kind of think that they are, but I just wanted to show you these two. If you guys are interested in a self-published horror romp, you guys can go and check out these two titles that I picked up as well. They're probably available on Amazon, but I got them through BookBox Canada. The next one that I have here from an indie author is Blood Secrets Dark Descent. This is by Natasha Derushi, who I met in person and had a bit of a conversation. We took some video clips of, which you can go and check out in my video history if you would like to see. This is like a serial killer, mystery thriller, horror-esque type novel, and I haven't gotten to it yet, but again, like I said, the idea was to support the indie authors here. And then, we'll see if it's any good. I don't know. This one here is a book that I picked up at Indigo on one of the bargain tables that they have, and it's called Pharaohs of the Sky. And it's by Robert Ballantyne, or Ballantyne, not really sure how he's pronouncing that, who is a Torontonian author. It's a bit of an older book. I want to say it was published in 2015. And I did pick it up at a major retailer, but it's kind of giving self-published vibes. So this is a science fiction from an author who really, that's his only work that's ever been published. I don't know if he's an independent author because it's published by iUniverse. So I don't know if they're a small publishing house, a big publishing house. I don't really know anything about them, or if it's a place where people can go to self-publish. I really know nothing about it. But I really, really enjoyed the premise of this novel because it's giving ancient Egypt with a sci-fi twist, which is kind of making me think of Stargate, which is let's not even get started on Stargate for me, but yeah, it's giving me that kind of a vibe. So I know I talked about this before, but I'll just, if you're new here, read it for you again. Imagine everything that you know is wrong. In Cairo, after uncovering evidence he believes will alter humanity's perception of its own history, an eminent university professor is viciously murdered. In another part of the Egyptian capital, a determined police inspector will stop at nothing to find the murderer. In Toronto, one of the world's leading ancient astronaut proponents receives a startling message to decode a mysterious set of coordinates. In another part of Ontario, a young self-employed wrought iron designer is convinced that he's somehow involved. And in the sky, someone is watching. Thus begins Robert L. Ballantyne's debut novel, From the Streets of Toronto to a secretive Washington bookshop, from the heart of Cairo to the peaks of the Great Pyramids, Pharaohs of the Sky lures you into a world where nothing is as it seems, and where the clandestine operatives conspire to hide the truth. In this international mystery, fact remains elusive by design and fate alike, yet all revolves around the answer to one question: are we really alone? So I think that this one could be just one of those diamonds in the rough. At least I'm hoping so. A little gem that is lesser known, but could be, it has all the potential to be really, really fantastic. So it's one of these obscure titles, indie authors type of thing that I'm hoping will scratch an itch. And then I have this book here, which is a first in a duology, but I kind of feel like I maybe even have the second one. I just have no idea where it is right now, because when I was going to pull out the books for this video, I just didn't find it where it was supposed to be. But this is called Reign of Shadows, and it is part of the Battleborn Mage series by H.L. Hayes. So it says, a suicidal mission, a cataclysmic power, a darkness that threatens to consume them all. Killian is hellbent on accompanying the battle mages beyond the Black Wall to satisfy the demands of a battle-weary king, spite the council who thwarts him, and redeem himself from his dark past. That alone promises to be a perilous mission, one that has killed hundreds of men before him. But when a seer predicts the birth of a child that will unite the world or destroy it, and assassins come for Killian and his family, he must do everything in his power to protect those he loves, even if it means giving into the monster he's feared to be. Mysterious warrior, one that he has no hope of defeating. So again, I really feel like this was a self-published book, because there's some grammatical issues on the back blurb blurb of this book. I'm hoping that that's not going to continue into the actual prose of the book, because I think what happens a lot of times is people are in a hurry to self-publish and they don't get their books professionally edited, and that for me can be a really big turnoff. Like, that can make the difference between a book and an author that I'm going to support and a book that just makes me instantly want to DNF it. So like, if there's certain issues with the prose or the grammar, that's going to niggle at me, and it's going to immediately make me want to just put the book down and reach for something else. So I'm hoping that that doesn't happen, because it could just be that the back blurb, for whatever reason, had a typo in it. But when things are kind of weird like that, it kind of makes me scared as to like what's going to happen on the inside. But I like the premise, and I think that it could be a really good adventure story. So that's going to be it for this short and sweet video. I hope that I have been able to show you guys some indie authors that maybe you have never heard of that you might now be interested in. Again, I haven't read any of these books yet. I've just sort of gone in blind and bought them because for one reason or another, either I wanted to support the author, support the small business, or I liked the blurb on the back of the book or where I thought the story was going. And you know, those reasons would have made me pick these up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I will see you again in the next video. Ciao for now.